Jarod, where are you on this Knicks team though? With 10 games to go, when you evaluate them, right? We all agree there's no savior coming here to save some of the issues. Although we'll get to the bench in a second. But where are you on this Knicks team with 10 games to go for them in the season?
Look, you're the 3 seed. I like this team. And they're a good basketball team. I think I looked at the most updated ratings, and they are right now smoothed out. Their EPM is 10th adjusted offensive rating and 10th defensive rating. That's good. That's good. And I think at full strength, all things being equal, they're about a top 5 offense, which is very good. Defense, they're about 13th, they're closer to middle of the road, right? Not elite, but hey, the Denver Nuggets were the number 1 offense and one with the number 13 defense. So it can be done, right? Now they also have Nikola Jokic, the world's best player. That helps a ton. But I like them. I think they're good. I know that if you're playing the game of where should they strive to get to me, conference finals would be the next step for them, right? I just think it's going to be a tough road to hoe to get to the conference finals, right? With the roster they have and what you're asking them to do. Because in order to get to the conference finals, they're going to have to beat one of, likely, Boston or Cleveland, and probably Boston. And in a 7-game series, I don't know in any way how you can pick the Knicks over the Boston Celtics. But listen, it's what it is.
I mean, the problem with the injuries is they expose the lack of depth that we've been talking about literally all season long, which is the problem when the team is healthy. So in terms of these depth issues, let's say Jalen Brunson comes back. We expect him to come back. Don't know when, but we expect him to come back.
Oh yeah, I think looking at the end of the month, he might play the last 2 games of the regular season, which will be helpful just to get his win back up and all
ramp
that
up
stuff.
But is the depth just too much to overcome? Because this is the thing that OKC has, that Cleveland has, that Boston has. They can all go 9 deep in the playoffs.
Road to hoe. It's a y'all Knicks fans be wild in the chat.
Y'all doing too much in the chat right
wild in the chat right now. Bryan, the depth is really going to be an issue, right? Look, and listen, your first round matchup, y'all might just want to be mindful of who you play in round 1.
I keep saying,
and we'll get to. I know you have that question. That we'll discuss all that. Look,
you could do it right now if you want.
The bottom line is this: you guys know me. I don't believe in basketball gods and sports gods and all this silly stuff that fans that fans believe in, right? If you want to get to where you want to get to, you're gonna have to beat good teams. So you do what you do and you play who's in front of you. Let me drop a couple games to get to. Listen, man, the Pacers last year in the postseason beat y'all in 7 games. In 3 of those 7 games, they blew you out, 10 or more points. In Game 7 at MSG, they beat you by damn near 30. Okay. The Knicks had 1 blowout game against them, win at home. Every other game, close. And the Pacers' style of play, the pace at which they move, for a team with depth issues, not what you want, friends. Not what you want. Not ideal. And look, you mess around and say, okay, let me see if we can get the Detroit Pistons, neophytes, they don't know what they're doing. Detroit's 2-0 against you right now in the regular season, so be mindful of that.
No, 2-1.
2-1. And be mindful of this. They are just the kind of team that has the kind of guys, Beef Stewart, etc., who will feel some kind of way that you're like, oh, you wanted to tank to get to us? Cool. We'll see what's up. And I'm just saying, stranger things has happened because with them, they ain't gonna have no pressure. This is a team that won 14 games. They are top 6 seed. They playing with house money all the way.
You know me, Jarod. I do not believe in tanking or trying to avoid playing somebody. I think that's a loser's mentality. I do not believe in that at all whatsoever. You try to get look, it worked for the Knicks last year. Remember, the Knicks were in this spot last year. Everybody's like, oh, you should avoid Philadelphia. They did not, and they went out. They won their 50th game of the year on the last game against Chicago of the season. They get Philly. They beat Philly. They were fine. They probably beat the Pacers if they were healthy. Maybe. But
we had no energy for Game 7. Yes, because you have no depth and they play too fast. That will happen again this year. You have no depth still.
They also had they also had no players too. This is as Crim's dad brings up.
Some people might blame that on Tibbs.